Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 12 motorcycles to buy and never worry about repairs again. Number 12, Yamaha V-Star 250. If your goal is to buy a motorcycle and spend more time riding than fixing it, the Yamaha V-Star 250 deserves a serious look. This motorcycle has quietly built one of the strongest reliability reputations in the entry-level cruiser segment, largely because Yamaha kept the formula simple and proven instead of chasing trends. Power comes from a 249cc air-cooled V-twin engine that has been around for years. That's actually part of the bike's appeal. The engine is well understood, easy to maintain, and known for lasting far longer than most owners ever expect. It's not unusual to find older examples still running reliably after years of daily use. Another advantage is mechanical simplicity. There are no complicated electronics, expensive rider aids, or high-performance components that can drive up ownership costs. When something eventually needs attention, repairs are usually straightforward and affordable. The V-Star also benefits from Yamaha's excellent build quality. Owners frequently report years of trouble-free riding with little more than routine maintenance such as oil changes, tires, batteries, and chain service. The Yamaha V-Star 250 may not be the fastest motorcycle on this list, but reliability is exactly why it belongs here. For riders who want dependable transportation without constant repair bills, this little cruiser has earned its reputation the hard way, by simply refusing to quit. Number 11, Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 proves that reliability and modern technology can exist in the same motorcycle. While many high-tech bikes develop reputations for expensive repairs as they age, the Rebel 1100 has quickly earned praise for combining advanced features with Honda's legendary dependability. At the heart of the motorcycle is a 1084cc parallel twin engine derived from Honda's highly respected Africa Twin platform. This engine was designed to handle demanding conditions, which is one reason owners have reported very few serious mechanical concerns. Owners routinely praise the motorcycle for starting reliably, running smoothly, and requiring little beyond routine maintenance. Oil changes, tires, brake pads, and regular service intervals are typically the biggest ownership expenses. The Honda Rebel 1100 offers modern features, strong performance, and the type of long-term dependability that keeps repair shops from seeing much of it. For riders who want a powerful cruiser without the constant fear of expensive breakdowns, it's one of the safest bets on the market. Number 10, Kawasaki Vulcan S. The Kawasaki Vulcan S is one of those motorcycles that quietly builds a reputation for being extremely easy to live with. It doesn't rely on flashy claims or extreme performance numbers. Instead, it wins over owners by simply refusing to cause problems. At its core is a 649cc parallel twin engine that has been used across multiple Kawasaki models. That shared engineering matters because it means the engine is already well tested, widely understood, and proven to handle long-term use without frequent mechanical issues. One of the biggest reasons owners report low repair concerns is the bike's straightforward design. There are no overly complex systems or fragile components that tend to drive up maintenance costs over time. Most routine service items are predictable and affordable. The Vulcan S also benefits from a reputation for strong build quality. Riders often describe it as a motorcycle that just works, whether it's used for commuting, weekend rides, or daily transportation. What makes the Vulcan S especially appealing is that it avoids drama. Owners aren't constantly dealing with surprise repairs or complicated fixes. Instead, it focuses on consistency. The Kawasaki Vulcan S may not be the most exciting motorcycle in the lineup, but its real strength is simple. It keeps running year after year with very little trouble. Number 9, Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 has built one of the strongest reliability reputations in motorcycling, and the reason is simple. It avoids unnecessary complexity and focuses on a proven engine that just keeps going. One of the main reasons owners rarely complain about repairs is the motorcycle's simplicity. The SV650 does not rely on complicated electronics or expensive systems that can become failure points over time. When maintenance is needed, it is usually basic and affordable work. Power comes from a 645cc V-twin engine that has been refined over many years. It is not a high-strung design, which plays a big role in its long-term durability. The engine runs in a relaxed state most of the time, which reduces stress and helps it stay dependable even after high mileage. Another factor is Suzuki's consistent engineering approach. The SV650 platform has been around for years, and that stability has helped it earn a reputation as one of the most predictable motorcycles in its class. Even when used aggressively, the engine has proven capable of handling high mileage without major issues. Many owners report long-term use with very few trips to the repair shop beyond scheduled maintenance. The Suzuki SV650 stands out because it doesn't try to be complicated. It simply delivers reliable performance year after year, which is exactly why it remains one of the safest motorcycles to own if avoiding repair problems is the goal. Number 8. Triumph Bonneville T120. The Triumph Bonneville T120 looks like a motorcycle built for style and nostalgia, but what surprises many owners is how steady it is when it comes to long-term reliability. It avoids the constant repair issues that often come with complex or over-engineered machines. At the center of it is a 1200cc parallel twin engine that is tuned for relaxed riding rather than aggressive performance. This softer tuning plays a big role in its durability. The engine is not stressed in normal use, which helps reduce wear over time and keeps mechanical problems to a minimum. One reason owners report fewer repair headaches is the motorcycle's straightforward engineering. Triumph has kept the platform relatively clean and easy to service compared to more complicated modern bikes. Routine maintenance tends to be predictable rather than expensive or unexpected. Electrical issues, which can be a weak point on some modern motorcycles, are also not a common complaint with the T120. Most owners report stable long-term ownership as long as regular service is followed. Another factor is build quality. The Bonneville is assembled with a level of attention that helps reduce rattles, loose components, and minor failures that often appear in lower-quality motorcycles over time. The Triumph Bonneville T120 stands out because it combines classic design with modern dependability. It may look vintage-inspired, but underneath, it behaves like a motorcycle designed to keep running with minimal drama for years. Number 7. Royal Enfield Meteor 350. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350 is one of those motorcycles that wins riders over not with speed or tech, but with how little trouble it creates over time. A big reason owners trust it is the simple design approach. The bike avoids complicated electronics and high-strung performance parts, which means fewer things that can fail as the miles build up. It is built to handle everyday riding without constant attention. At the core is a 349cc single-cylinder engine that is tuned for calm cruising rather than hard riding. Because it runs in a relaxed state most of the time, internal stress stays low, which helps improve long-term durability. One of the strongest points of the Meteor 350 is how predictable it is to maintain. Routine servicing is straightforward, and most owners deal with basic items like oil changes, brake pads, tires, and chain adjustments. Unexpected mechanical issues are not commonly reported when the bike is properly maintained. Another advantage is how forgiving the motorcycle is in daily use. It does not demand aggressive riding or frequent adjustments, which reduces wear on components and keeps ownership stress low. Even in higher mileage examples, the Meteor tends to remain consistent rather than developing sudden faults or expensive repair problems. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350 earns its spot because it focuses on simple, steady performance that keeps ownership easy and repair worries minimal over the long run. Number 6. Honda Shadow 750. The Honda Shadow 750 has earned a long-standing reputation as one of the most dependable cruisers you can own, and most of that reputation comes from how little it asks from its rider over the years. At the core is a 745cc V-twin engine that is built with durability in mind rather than high performance. It produces smooth, predictable power and runs at a relaxed pace, which keeps internal stress low and helps the engine stay healthy even after very high mileage. One of the main reasons owners rarely deal with repair issues is the motorcycle's simplicity. The Shadow 750 avoids unnecessary complexity, meaning fewer components that can fail over time. There are no complicated performance systems or fragile electronics that tend to drive up long-term maintenance costs. Routine maintenance is also straightforward. Most owners deal only with basic service items like oil changes, brake pads, tires, and occasional belt inspection. As long as these are kept up, the motorcycle is known to run for years with very few surprises. Another strength is Honda's consistent engineering quality. Parts fit well, systems are well tested, and the overall design has proven itself across many years of real-world use. That level of refinement helps reduce random mechanical issues that often appear in less mature platforms. The Honda Shadow 750 stands out because it keeps things simple and delivers steady, dependable performance that lets riders own it without constant repair worries. Number 5. Suzuki Boulevard C50. Most cruisers promise easy ownership, but the Suzuki Boulevard C50 is one of the few that actually delivers it without drama showing up later. What really keeps repair bills low is how plain the whole machine is. There is nothing overly complex hiding inside it. No complicated performance systems, no high-strung electronics, and nothing that feels fragile over time. When something does need attention, it is usually basic and inexpensive work. Power comes from an 805cc V-twin engine that is built for steady cruising rather than stress. It runs at low strain in normal use, which keeps wear down and helps it stay stable even after years of riding. That calm setup is a big reason it avoids the kind of mechanical issues that frustrate owners of more tightly tuned bikes. Owners often point out that the C50 ages in a predictable way. It does not suddenly develop random faults or electrical quirks that send it to the shop. Instead, it just keeps running as long as normal service is done on time. Even higher mileage examples tend to follow the same pattern. Oil changes, brakes, tires, and the occasional belt check cover most of the ownership experience. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 earns its place because it stays simple, dependable, and keeps running for years without turning ownership into a repair problem. Number 4. Honda Gold Wing. The Honda Gold Wing stands in a category of its own when it comes to long-term reliability and low repair concerns. It is built for riders who cover serious distance and expect their motorcycle to perform the same way year after year without constant issues. One of the key reasons owners report so few problems is how the entire machine is engineered for stability over stress. Everything from cooling to drivetrain is designed to handle long hours of highway use without being pushed to its limits. At the heart of the Gold Wing is a 1800cc flat-six engine that is known for its smooth delivery and long service life. It operates in a very relaxed state during normal riding, which helps reduce wear and keeps major mechanical issues extremely rare when properly maintained. The bike is designed in a way that avoids unnecessary strain on components, which is why many owners report extremely high mileage without serious breakdowns. Maintenance is still required, but it is predictable. Most costs come from regular service items rather than unexpected repairs, which makes ownership feel stable and controlled over time. The Honda Gold Wing continues to stand out because it behaves like a machine built to keep going for years with minimal interruption, making it one of the most dependable touring motorcycles available. Number 3. Moto Guzzi V7 Special. The Moto Guzzi V7 Special may not look like a typical low-maintenance motorcycle at first glance, but many long-term owners report something surprising. It often just keeps going without creating constant repair headaches. A big reason behind that reputation is how simple the overall machine is. Compared to modern bikes packed with complex electronics and high-strain performance systems, the V7 Special stays closer to a classic mechanical layout. At the core is a 853cc air-cooled V-twin engine that is tuned for relaxed, steady riding. It is not stressed in normal use, which helps keep wear levels down and supports long-term durability. One unique advantage is Moto Guzzi's traditional engineering approach. The shaft-driven layout also removes the need for chain maintenance, which eliminates one of the most common ongoing service tasks seen on many other motorcycles. Owners generally report that routine maintenance is predictable and manageable. Most of the upkeep revolves around standard service intervals rather than sudden mechanical failures or recurring faults. The Moto Guzzi V7 Special earns its spot because it delivers a straightforward riding experience with a long-term ownership profile that stays surprisingly trouble-free when properly maintained. Number 2. Kawasaki Vulcan 900. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is one of those motorcycles that quietly builds a strong reputation over time because it simply does not create problems for most owners when used normally. A big part of that comes from how the bike is set up from the factory. It is built around a simple cruiser formula with no complicated systems that tend to cause long-term headaches. That means fewer things to fail as the miles add up. At the core is a 903cc V-twin engine that is tuned for relaxed cruising rather than hard performance. Because it operates in a low-stress range during everyday riding, internal wear stays controlled and long-term durability improves. One of the main reasons owners keep this bike for years is how predictable it feels to maintain. Routine service is straightforward, and most of the ownership experience revolves around basic maintenance items instead of unexpected repairs or electrical issues. The fuel system and overall electronics setup are also known for being stable. There are very few reports of recurring faults, which adds to the bike's reputation as a dependable long-term cruiser. Another factor is how well the engine matches real-world riding needs. It is not overworked, which helps reduce strain on components and keeps the motorcycle running smoothly even at higher mileage. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 earns its position because it avoids complexity and focuses on consistency, making it a motorcycle that most owners can rely on without constantly visiting a repair shop. Number 1. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 is one of the easiest motorcycles to live with, and that simplicity is exactly why it almost never turns into a repair headache for owners. Honda built this bike with a clear focus on durability over complexity. There is nothing overly complicated in the design, which immediately reduces the number of things that can go wrong over time. It is the kind of motorcycle that just keeps working when used normally. At the center is a 471cc parallel twin engine that is already well proven across Honda's lineup. It is not stressed in this application, which helps it run smoothly for long periods without putting extra strain on internal components. That relaxed tuning plays a big role in its long-term reliability. Most owners report that ownership costs stay low and predictable. The bike mainly needs standard maintenance like oil changes, tires, brakes, and basic servicing. Serious mechanical issues are rarely part of the conversation when the motorcycle is looked after properly. Another advantage is Honda's overall build quality. Even at higher mileage, the Rebel 500 tends to stay consistent rather than developing sudden problems. That steady behavior is what makes it so popular among riders who want something dependable for daily use. The Honda Rebel 500 earns its top spot because it delivers exactly what most riders want long-term. A motorcycle that starts, runs, and keeps running without drama. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.